Have you ever felt the sting of being overlooked, mistreated, or betrayed? The pain of having your kindness ignored as if it meant nothing? If you have, you're not alone. So many of us have experienced moments where those around us may not recognize our worth, pushing us into shadows of self-doubt while they bask in arrogance and pride. But here's the profound truth you need to hear. Allah never lets acts of injustice go unnoticed. The great Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reminded us to be wary of the prayer of the oppressed, because there is no barrier between it and Allah. Each tear you have shed in silence, every time you felt the bitter sting of betrayal, was seen by Allah. When people choose to mistreat you, they often walk away feeling triumphant. They believe they've won the battle against you, thinking their harsh words and insensitive actions have no consequences. Yet what they fail to grasp is that Allah is always watching, and there will come a time when the scales of justice are tipped in your favor. Those very individuals who once harmed you will come to regret their actions deeply. But let's clarify something profound and essential. In Islam, there is no hierarchy based on birthright. The true chosen ones are the prophets selected by Allah to convey divine messages. However, anyone can elevate their status through consciousness of Allah, patience, and righteousness. Allah clearly states in the Quran that the most honored among us in His eyes are those who act righteously. If you have endured injustice, betrayal, or mistreatment, hold on to the promise that your patience is not in vain. When Allah decides to elevate you, those who wronged you will find themselves filled with regret and sorrow. Let us explore 5 powerful ways Allah turns the tables, compelling those who mistreated you to realize the error of their ways. The first way Allah elevates you while they remain stuck. Ever notice how some people go out of their way to belittle you, casting shadows on your achievements and mocking your endeavors? They think their derisive comments will shatter your spirit, but instead, Allah uses their negativity to mold you into a stronger being. In their attempts to hold you back, they fail to see that they are merely propelling you closer to Allah's embrace. The reality is that while they waste their energy plotting your downfall, Allah is busy lifting your status. Every sneer, every condescending glance, and each attempt to make you feel small were documented by Allah. Instead of crumbling under their disdain, you are rising, healing, and moving forward. They may remain trapped in their bitterness, while you are filled with purpose and hope. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us that those who humble themselves for the sake of Allah will be elevated in status. So while they believed they were winning, Allah ensured their regret would follow later. And the beautiful part is that you didn't have to retaliate. When Allah elevates you, no one can suppress your rise. The second way, Allah makes them witness your success while they remain miserable. Isn't it something to see those who once mocked your dreams now having to watch you ascend while they wallow in their own unhappiness? There's a unique pain in witnessing someone they tried to undermine thrive. They once laughed at your struggles, convinced you would fail. Now, as they stand in the shadows, watching you shine, they feel a burn of regret. The people who tried to stamp out your fire now struggle to look you in the eye. They whispered behind your back about how you would never make it, but now they can't help but talk about how far you've come. The truth of the matter is this: your success was never in their hands. It has always been securely held by Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reassured us that even if the world unites to harm you, they cannot do so except by Allah's decree. The very people who thought they held power over your destiny were sorely mistaken. As you flourish, they will feel something they never expected. regret. They will regret not treating you with kindness, not believing in your potential, and underestimating your strength. And here lies the irony. You didn't need to prove yourself or seek revenge. Allah handled it on your behalf. Their regret becomes their punishment, while you emerge victorious, standing tall without having to engage in conflict. The third way, Allah turns their actions against them. Mistreating someone innocent may seem like a victory for a moment, but it is often the precursor to their downfall. Many walk around with arrogance, believing they have won. However, what they do not understand is that the justice of Allah is an unyielding force. The same lies they wove around your image will soon entangle them in their own web of deceit. The shame they heaped upon you will become their own burden to bear. They humiliated you, but soon enough, they will find themselves humiliated. Allah's justice is swift and comprehensive. It ensures that no unjust act goes unpaid. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stated that oppression will manifest itself as darkness on the day of judgment. Although your oppressors might not face immediate consequences, did they think for a moment that their actions would escape the gaze of Allah? Their misdeeds will eventually come back to haunt them, and they will experience the pain they once inflicted upon you. This cycle illustrates a divine justice. If they ignored you when you needed them, they too will face rejection in their time of need. If they played with your emotions, they may find themselves tangled in a toxic relationship. The very laughter they shared at your struggles will one day be echoed back at them. But this is not revenge. It is divine justice. The fourth way, Allah tests your character through your response. Anyone can exhibit kindness when treated well, but true character shines through in the face of adversity. The essence of your strength is revealed during trials. It's easy to be patient when life flows smoothly, but real resilience emerges when your limits are tested. Consider how the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, responded to insults and betrayals. He chose wisdom and forgiveness over retaliation. Despite every reason to harbor resentment, he turned to Allah with grace. His responses, rooted in patience, elevated his status above all creation. Allah reminds us in the Quran that good and evil are not equivalent. When faced with hostility, respond with what is better, and you may find that those who once perceived you as an enemy could transform into close friends. This distinction marks the difference between ordinary believers and those of true strength. Can you remain dignified when others pull you into negativity? Can you respond with wisdom when the desire for revenge beckons? This is the moment that truly defines you. Choosing to rise above mistreatment not only earns you respect, it garners Allah's rewards. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that true strength is measured by one's ability to control oneself when engulfed by anger. So when you resist the urge to retaliate, you hold on to a deeper peace that cannot be shaken. You walk away from their negativity with something far mightier: self-respect, inner peace, and the rewards promised by Allah. The fifth way, Allah tests your patience and rewards you for it. A person who possesses true consciousness of Allah responds to mistreatment with grace, rather than anger or a desire for revenge. Reflect on the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He faced mockery, insults, and even violence, yet he chose patience in every trial. He was betrayed by his own, but he embraced forgiveness and mercy, even when he had every reason to act differently. Because of his enduring strength, Allah elevated him to unparalleled heights. Allah defines the ideal servants as those who walk on this earth humbly, and when confronted with ignorance, they respond with peace. This is where the challenge lies. Will you allow others' negativity to dictate your character, Will you let their poor conduct change who you are? Or will you rise above, exhibiting patience and kindness? Remind yourself that Allah's rewards for enduring hardships are far greater than anything their harshness could take from you. Your patience today will sow seeds of regret in their hearts tomorrow. When they see you unbroken, radiating positivity, they will realize the folly of their actions. They will regret attempting to break your spirit and will find that their efforts were in vain. Each time you upheld your dignity through adversity, Allah noted every moment of grace, every insult you chose to overlook, and every opportunity you had to argue but resisted. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that patience is one of the greatest gifts given to a believer. While they dwell in regret, you emerge with dignity, wisdom, and the immense rewards promised to those who trust in Allah's plan. Your patience nurtures inner strength, while their regret serves as a painful reminder of their own shortcomings. So my dear brothers and sisters, if you have ever faced mistreatment, know this deep within your heart. Allah has witnessed every insult, every betrayal, and every sleepless night filled with pain. But here's the truly beautiful part. None of it was for nothing. Every hardship you have encountered was a means of purification. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, explained that no fatigue, disease, sorrow, sadness, or distress afflicts a Muslim, not even a prick from a thorn, without Allah absolving some of their sins. This means with every single challenge you've faced, you have grown closer to Him, while the ones who mistreated you grapple with regret. You walk away with strength, wisdom, and Allah's bountiful rewards. Perhaps Allah allowed those challenges to illuminate their true colors to you, or maybe He removed them from your life to clear a path for your blessings. Each test of patience elevates your rank, propelling you to heights you never imagined. So let go of the past and refrain from sinking into feelings of bitterness or regret. Do not waste your energy seeking revenge. Hand it over to Allah, who will right the wrongs for you. Instead, focus on the limitless possibilities ahead of you. The very individuals who mistreated you will one day feel deep regret for their actions. When that moment arrives, you will find yourself looking forward, not backward. Let us make a powerful, heartfelt prayer today. O Allah, replace my pain with peace, my losses with blessings, and my hardships with ease. Elevate me with patience, and let my success be my response. If this message resonates with your spirit, I encourage you to share your affirmation by commenting, "I love Allah" below. Your words could uplift someone else grappling with similar challenges. Remember that showing support and love costs nothing, but carries immense power to inspire further faith and connection within our community. So if you found solace in these words, please like and subscribe to help us spread messages that draw us closer to Allah. May Allah bless you, protect you, and envelop your life in peace, wisdom, and endless blessings.